Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. In this episode we are going to head back to Neketaka and turn in some quests that we've already completed. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take care of Flamewalker Vasali. If we look at our map now of the Deadfire, we do see that there's an unidentified location that now sits where we think the location of Ukaizo is. That's because we have completed this quest here at Motare O Kozi. It looks like we're being chased now by someone from the Royal Deadfire Company. Is anybody else chasing me, I wonder? We do have two Hawana Novice Captains. And then we have Captain Pei. I think they might want to talk to us. They do have an attack symbol next to their name, so they might want to fight us. I think we can outrun them though. Okay, so we did complete quite a few quests in the last episode, so let's check out our quest log. This quest is complete. We didn't bring our friend here though. We've also completed Bekarna's Folly, and we've also completed the Burning Shoals. We've completed Onodara the Siren, and we do have Flamewalker Vasali, which we have to complete. This one's on our way back to Neketaka. And there is Cherno, which is north of Sayuka. We also need to talk to Captain Aldi's as well to finish this quest. And then we have the main quest line, which is He Waits in Fire, which will go there shortly after we leave Neketaka again. Is he following me still? Yeah, he's following me. I'm so much faster than he is. What is he doing? He's just going to follow me the whole time? That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm so much faster than he is. Alright, whatever. Let's just talk to him. Sailing offers a welcome reprieve from Motare O Kozi until the silhouette of an advancing ship grows clearer on the horizon. The winds turn against you as the pursuer, a well-equipped Rawatayan junk, closes the distance handily. The flag of the Royal Deadfire Company waves proudly. A placard on the hull identifies it as Benevolent Aegis. A loud percussion followed by a splash of water announces a cannonball fired across your bow. Stand down and prepare for inspection. A commanding voice bellows over the turbulent, crashing waves. We could fight them. It's not going to be that hard to fight these guys. We'll just parlay. Benevolent Aegis draws close enough for you to recognize the crew as hardened and disciplined coastal Amamula. One of them separates from the fold and plants his boot on the railing. The name is Pei, and I'll speak plainly. You wouldn't be leaving Motare O Kozi unless you found what we both want. The map. He rests his hand on the pommel of his sword. Okay, we have several options here. I think the best one's intimidation. Hold a torch to a gunpowder barrel. Do you want to live forever, Pei? When his crew draws back with panicked mutters, Captain Pei holds out his palm to silence them. He studies you wearing a severe expression. Be reasonable, Captain. We can both get out of this alive. Pei opens his palm in a show of benevolence. Okay, so we have a few options. One of the things that will be the downside is if we attack them, we will lose reputation with Raotai. So our best bet is just to scare him away. Okay, so we're going to light a second torch and juggle them near the gunpowder battle. Captain Pei and his crew watch, enraptured and horrified, as the flaming torches dance and twirl over your head. Pei is the first to shake himself out of the morbid fascination. Retreat! There's a madwoman at the helm of the mighty Dao. Over the sound of this departure, you can hear him cursing the madness of it all as he leaves your vessel to open sea. It's like watching a bad car accident. It's horrible to watch, but you can't turn away. Let's take on Flamewalker Vasali. Alright, let's hit up this abandoned village here. Nothing too special, just some tar loaves. We can feed it to the crew. Alright, here is Flamewalker Vasali. I think he is a paladin. We also have some marauders, which are like fighters, and we also have some rangers as well.
What do you need?
I do want to change up some equipment. Let's make sure that he is using his staff so we can get some heals out. And I'll probably use the gun for now. And of course she's going to use her bow.
I'm here.
Alright, let's get our tank on the Flamewalker, and then everyone else can probably go in and take care of other guys one by one. Okay, let's get Sworn Enemy up, and everybody else can attack this other ranger. Yeah, let's kill this ranger here. Okay, so he's down, so let's move on to the next person. I find if you have a really good tanky person, you can just plow everybody down one at a time, which makes it a lot easier to engage. Let's see if we can get Edar to take out this other archer. I need to make sure I'm not tinking these marauders with my healer. Alright, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. We just need to kill these two marauders and we'll be okay. I need to peel away my healer from this group. Oh, Edar's not in a good spot right now. As soon as Edar can kill this guy, we'll be okay. Okay, so we did lose the bear in this engagement. Now they're going for Edar. That's not good. I think I need to respec Edar to get something that he can escape with. Yeah, I can't seem to drop aggro on everybody.
Yes. Yes.
And there goes Edar. That's unfortunate. I guess we'll have to just not have him engage one-on-one next time. Alright, I think we're pretty stable now. I'm just gonna try to keep everybody healed up. Alright, so this is about done. We just need to make sure he can't heal himself anymore. I can try stacking up my dexterity inflictions now that we're in a safe spot. That'll help my gun become fully charged. I'm not quite sure which one's the best dexterity infliction. Oh, we do have Audra's Gaze, which is, I know that will stun them, which is a dexterity affliction.
I'm here. Of course.
That's on me.
I'm here.
Alright, so that wasn't too bad. We did lose Edar again, so we can't do too much now. We have to go back to Neketaka in order to completely get him healed up. We just need to make sure he doesn't walk over a trap or anything like that. Okay, we do have this pendant that we did pick up. Here it is. And it grants Indecisive. Okay, so it looks like it just grants a random effect. One of these effects below. I don't see an activation, so I wonder if it just affects you randomly at the beginning of combat. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Let's just head back to Neketaka. Alright, so the next thing on our list is we need to go and turn in probably the map quest would be the fastest one. I was able to level up my Watcher and my tank. They are both level 18 now.
Indeed.
Oh, that's weird. They split up in two different groups. You gotta love those seagulls. Let's talk to Sains. I think there's one more left after this.
Welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you?
Got some material for your book.
We're so close. There's only one corner of the map left.
Sansa fusses briefly with his pockets, then his belt, before handing you a bulging coin purse. Sounds like he was happy to see me.
Only it's for good reason. The waters in those parts are... Well, this region is probably why I had so much trouble finding help before you came along. Time to set out for the Razai Passage, out to the northwest. There are several islands out there nobody's done more than Ogolat from afar. I know you can do better. I'll be waiting.
Alright, one quest down and a few more left to turn in. But first, I'm going to level up my other characters. Alright, we are back, and let's go ahead and head up to the north. I think we can stop by Pariki's Overlook first, and then we can talk with Arkemir. Alright, so he should be in here.
If you require directions to Bekarna's observatory, look to your sextant.
Bekarna, I found this old almanac in an orrery. Look familiar?
You did you? That does rather defeat the purpose of absolution.
Arkemir tugs on his lower lip and scrutinizes you.
So be it. Follow me down to the scrying pool.
Alright, let's talk to Arkemir. Okay, let's look at the scrying pool then. Arkemir gestures down at the scrying pool. You peer into the waters. Dark silhouettes sit arrayed in a circle, and the surface of the pool ripples in tune with muted voices carrying from below. Okay, let's dip our face into the water. No sooner does your skin break the surface tension than you feel a breeze of warm air. You are peering into a stone chamber ringed with braziers and tapestries as you would an open window. Robed men and women clutch the armrests of their thrones. Water drips down your chin. The other Archmagi seem, for a moment, unfazed by your presence. An Amamawa folds her arms and stares down at another woman who keeps her fists balled at her sides. Ooze drips from the sleeves of the Amamawa's robe and pools at the floor. You mistake the matter, Kalikoth. My curiosity and perusal are not endorsements of her research. Mara nods with an air of boredom. Bekarna won't suddenly be vindicated by the likes of us, having simply read her work. Something green and twisted wriggles under the table. Kalikoth points down and a flash of light incinerates it on the spot, filling the room with a stench of overcooked snails. A suppressed chuckle carries over the silence that follows. You're a slippery fiend, Maru. Some of us refuse to taint our reason with the halfway conclusions of circle rejects. And keep the slugs to yourself. Kalikoth grits her teeth. Are you finished? We could get started if she would banish the thing enamored with my ankles. Kalikoth points an accusing finger at Mara. I swear she baits me at every turn, Arkemir. You called this conclave. I hope you're ready to impose some bedamned courtesy. Mara, your pets can wait outside. Arkemir waits patiently as Mara makes a shooing gesture. A wet slurping sound echoes in the hall and something dark and large makes its way towards the exit. If we're ready to speak rationally, your patience is about to be rewarded. He strokes his beard and sighs, inviting you to speak. I bring you Bekarna's research. Some of us may welcome it more than others. Minoletta flicks a spark at Kalikoth's direction. We meet again. One hopes our parting will be as the last and leave the both of us wiser for the experience. Lingrith raises her eyebrows at you. I dare say that my lesson in metaphysics brought the circle this far. I'm glad my perspective on souls helped. Ningwith massages his brow with both hands. This posturing is without value or reason. Get on with it, old man. He beckons to Arkemir. I was about to do exactly that. The Archmage nods and clears his throat. elbowing you out of the way so that his face commands the scrying pool. Bekarna was no archmage, but we all agree that she was on the cusp of a breakthrough before her unfortunate disappearance. Arkemir takes the book from Hugh and licks his finger as he begins to turn pages. I want to say nothing. Be that as it may, someone did not wish for this breakthrough to occur. For that alone, we have good reason to seek knowledge of her amateurish, if enthusiastic, research. Arkemir's eyebrows form a steep triangle as he arrives at a page of mathematical figures and coordinates. She discovered a river of soul essence flowing through the Deadfire. The Archmages exchange furtive glances. Lengrith tilts her head to the side, in every way unperturbed. Lengrith clears her throat. We've arrived at this conclusion long ago. Try to keep up. And yet she traced the path of the river while we only speculated on its existence. Arkemir pulls on his beard and squints down at the almanac. Where does it go? Arkemir sets the book aside and pulls out a vellum map of the Deadfire. He traces his finger from the shallows of the Great Reef northward. Where it goes is not my immediate concern. I am occupied by who presently follows it. The path of Aothis is winding and unerringly intentional. His finger begins to stray east. He pauses on open ocean, his brow furrowed. Could that be? Tane leans forward, trailing off as he cranes his neck for a glance at the parchment. Suddenly, all of the attention shifts back to you. I think we've taken more than our share of the Watcher's time, unless there are any final questions. Unblinking, Arkemir lifts his brow and waits for your dismissal, hovering on his tongue. Why was Consulate so interested in this? Are you keeping secrets from us, old man? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Minoletta raises her chin on her fist and fixes Arkemir with a severe glance. It wasn't of immediate pertinence. Besides, Consulate has been dispatched yet again, esteemed mistress of missiles. Arkemir favors Minoletta with a stiff bow. Your flattery has gone stale. To address the Watcher, I imagine the Consulate wished to sustain his wicked existence on a thought of essence. But you kindly put a stop to that. Minoletta nods, favoring you with a smile that she denied Arkemir. Here, baubles for your service. Not that you deserve them. Consider your debt repaid with interest. Arkemir turns back to the circle and pointedly ignores you. Okay, so that quest is done. We did get a few things. We got Arkemir's illuminating discoveries. Looks like a bunch of Arkemir type spells along with other Archmage spells. That's kind of interesting. Alright, so we're going to turn in some bounties and then let's go speak to the prince at the palace. Okay, let's turn in this quest here to Okoro.
Hunter, do you come to serve your coin bond?
Sailors can rest easy for now.
Your coin bond has muffled a killing song. Excellent work.
She clasps your hand in hers as she passes you a pouch.
We are not finished. Your bond is needed again, and if your purse has room, we may help each other.
What bounties do you have available?
Bekarna, a wizard of great cunning, slays Motare warriors in single combat. Some accuse him of being an agent of Rauatai. They have forged a coin bond to see him killed.
A pair of coins sits on her palm. When she passes her other hand over them, only one remains.
Bekarna pages through his grimoire in the central aisles of the Kua O Rakuhu chain.
I'll return with his head. Farewell. Alright, so we have another bounty. We did actually come from that area, but I'm sure we'll get back there at some point. So let's head on to turn in the next bounty. Alright, so here's the person in Serpent's Crown that gives the bounties.
What say, Hunter?
She won't be slithering out of this one.
Snakes are difficult clients, I say, but I think mine will be very satisfied.
She accepts the head and sniffs before holding it at arm's length. Okay.
Good work, Hunter. You must be in good health to survive Vasali's poison.
What bounties do you have available?
I have an unusual challenge, seeing as the target is already dead. They call him the Steel Preacher. In life, he was a devout Magranite with a pet construct.
Her brow furrows.
Rather than accepting death and passing through Tangaloa's jaws, he paid an animancer to stuff his soul inside his metal pet. Now he is a metal terror, purifying travelers in flame. The trail of his destruction ends on an isle due south of Fort Deadlight.
I'll return with whatever passes for his head. Farewell. Alright, so the last place we gotta go is talk to the prince. Alright, so here's the prince.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Motare O Kozi?
Give him the rubbing. A riddle on the island pointed the way to Ukaizo. Prince accepts the chart in silence, holding it up to the light and poring over every detail with interest. His hands tremble as he holds the paper.
An unusual accounting of the isles, I say. Each one measured in relation to...
His finger drifts up to the sigil of Ukaizo. Arihu nods. Do you have what you need to find Ukaizo?
If I did, my sister would hold a parade in your honor. Ngati is one to throw obstacles in our path, but I say that an outdated chart is better than none at all.
Grinning all the while, Aruhi rolls up the parchment and tosses you a heavy pouch of coins. Alright. Thank you, my prince.
When we know enough, my sister will finance a fleet-wide search. Not for breadcrumbs, but lost Ukaizo. Watcher, I take it that none of my people escaped the clutches of that island.
Aruhi hangs his head as the truth becomes apparent.
I sent good women and men to die in the name of the tribes and in the vague hope. May Ngati thank them for their courage and Wodaka for their loyalty. May they return to us as Rangas.
Ruhi raises a shaking hand to touch his lowered brow. I destroyed the original chart. This way, at least no one else will find it.
No, you misspoke, I say. The labor of our ancient navigators after it survived a millennia.
Aruhi shakes his head slowly.
Then this is the last. Ikira, maybe the last we will ever hear of them.
He touches the roll of parchment with quiet reverence.
At least the wisdom of our ancestors is safe from our enemies.
I had some trouble with the road Deadfire company on open sea.
Ikira, they will not let you escape with what they could so easily steal.
Prince Arihu murmurs under his breath.
May Ngati splinter their mast, and if they survive to land, may the jungle cover their bones.
And the bark cloth was a message from the Wahaki to deter any visitors.
For what do they protect Motare O Kozi, when its knowledge could help all Huana? One day I will have words with their Ranga to settle our differences.
Nothing more to report, Your Highness.
This is much to learn in a day, even for this warrior.
Ryu touches his brow and considers.
I sent the expedition to their fate, and those who followed. Death is on my conscience this day.
He lifts his gaze to meet yours. They served you admirably. We're a step closer to Ukaizo.
Ikira, just so. May all who fell on Motare O Kozi slip through the eel's jaws. Huana and outsider alike.
Sighing, Aruhi bows his head.
But on to brighter times, I say. If Ukaizo can be found, then so too will the hopes of our people be made manifest.
His mask of grief breaks under the pull of a broad smile.
Too much has happened for you to waste words with the royal brother. From now on, you work with Onikaza as an honored guest of her rooftop garden. Only, be kind to her cats.
Been a pleasure working with you.
You say this now. but Onikaza pays better than her royal pinch fist of a brother. May the wind caress your sail.
Alright, so we did complete that quest, and we are in a good spot now. We have most of the quests completed in this game. The next thing we need to do is actually go ahead and progress the main storyline, so that we do get access to the final round of quests from each faction. And while we're out, we can take care of some bounties as well. So that will wrap up this episode. Please leave a comment and let me know what you thought. And for now, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.